be rolling. So without Kieran, yeah, it was. We told the guys like, hey, this is why we're a team. You guys somebody's got to step up. You know, we got to step up and make something happen. And it's exactly what they did. You know, and just like Vanderbilt, man, after that women's race, we could tell how hot it was. And so we just gathered back up and it's like, listen, it's all about the last loop. That last loop is going to be tough. It doesn't matter where we're at. If we can have a really good last 3K loop, we can make up some ground because there's going to be some teams that probably get out a little hot and they're going to pay the price in that third loop. If we can be patient, stay within ourselves, and attack the third loop, some good things can happen.
Yeah. What do you think of Widman as kind of the fifth guy today? How do you think he did?
Oh, saved us. He was the guy. I mean, he came up big. You know, he's been looking really good. It's been a long couple of years trying to get him to where he can do what he did today. And to his credit, he's really persevered. He's kind of kept his head in the game through some tough races, and came up big on a day when we needed him. And him closing, I think the difference was him kind of flip-flopping some places down the stretch. You know, so yeah, I was really proud of him. I thought he ran. This is by far the best race he's run, you know, probably since he's been here. But it was great.
Yeah, because so how has he done? Like, he was all freshman his freshman year, kind of navigating those past couple of years.
Yeah, it's been challenging. You know, it's been challenging. We've had a lot of conversations about it. We've tried a lot of different things. We've adjusted his training here and there. We've tried to find some stuff, you know, nutritionally, blood tests, all kinds of different things to try to figure out what kind of things work. And you know, most guys, he's a fifth-year guy. You know, most guys probably would have, you know, packed it in after 4 years and just said, hey, we tried, but it didn't work. And Michael's not that way. He's a tough kid. He wanted to figure this thing out, and he's doing better than he's ever done. So it's all him. He did it. He's doing great.
Did you guys have any communication with him coming down the last stretch here to let him know that it was coming down?
Yeah, with 300 to go, I was like, man, it's a 1 to 2 point race, one way or the other. Make the difference right here. And he looked up and he's like, all right, he got him. You know, he did it. So he got up tall and he finished strong. And he's not a great kicker, so the fact that he did it was sheer willpower and him concentrating on the things he's got to concentrate on. Like, we talked to him a lot. When he gets tired a lot, he starts swimming a little bit with his arms this way. And we talked front to back, and he did that, and he was able to get by some guys. So it was awesome.
And Tom, what do you think of Tom getting the first win?
In control, looked effortless most of the way. We talked about being patient as well, and I thought he did a great job just hanging in the front pack, right up toward the front, not pressing the pace, just letting other people press the pace and waiting for his time. You know, originally we talked about somewhere in the second or the first 3K loop, and then we're like, all right, we got to change that. It's pretty hot. Wait till the last loop and wait till you can take control and take it to the line, and that's what we did.
So it did go 2K, 3K, 3K.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
And what did Thomas and obviously Kieran didn't run today, but what do they mean? Obviously Kieran has only been here for a year, but Thomas has been around for a while. Pretty young team. What's it mean for a guy that's, you know, an all-region caliber and a guy that, you know, NCAA qualifier? What's that leadership? And he's got obviously family history.
Yeah.
What's that, you know, mean?
Oh, it's great. They're great leaders. You know, he and Karen do a great job. They do everything right. They work hard. They take good care of their bodies. You know, they're leading by example, and their results speak for themselves. You know, the guys are like, well, if we want to be good, we got to do what these guys do. And, so it's really nice to have a couple really good some veteran leadership up front. And you know, Thomas has been through a lot in his time here. This is his 5th year, and we've had some injuries here and there, and we've had some really ups, and we've had some downs, and he's persevered as well, and he's running great right now. So the key right here is stay healthy from here on out and let him finish strong. But like Victor, Oakley, Martine, the 3, you know, sophomores, second-year guys, they're totally bought in. You know, a year ago, they redshirted some seasons, and they really needed to kind of figure out, you know, how good they wanted to be and make some good decisions. And I'm not saying they were making bad decisions. I was saying they were kind of freshmen. They were just young, and they weren't totally doing everything they needed to do. And they decided, you know, over the summer they made a commitment, and man, they are athletes. Those guys are going to be the leaders of our team here in the future. And they're learning from 2 guys that are doing it right, and man, I can't wait. I'm really excited for those guys. That is a great nucleus to build around for the future. And I think, you know, right now if we get Kieran back, that's a really good team. That's a team that could do some damage at the SEC meet and the regional meet for sure.
And I mean, Victor and Martine, especially Martine, kind of had that kick over the last little like half of the race. How do you think they did at the end there?
Oh, great. Great. I thought, at one point, I think Victor was dragging Martin around, and then Martin went ahead of him and dragged him around. And those guys are great closers. Martin is just a born closer. I mean, he's a miler. He's a 343, 1500 guy, so he's got wheels. He can close with anybody. So all he's got to do is put a hook in somebody and stay close. And I always know that he's going to find a way to beat whoever he's around. And it was really good to see Victor be tough and strong. And the guy that I was really also impressed with was Oakley. I thought Oakley got separated from those two guys pretty early, and I was really worried that separation was going to grow. And he fought hard, and he did. That separation didn't grow. It might have even closed a little bit over the last 3K. So I thought he had a great last 3K today as well.
And then with your women's team kind of banged up a little bit this year from what you thought you were going to have at the beginning of the year, how do you think they've kind of done to persevere and win today?
Yeah, they're doing awesome. I think we're seeing people really step up and kind of show us how deep we are and how good we really are. Jordan Cleve's running great. Jordan Cleve is running, man, she's doing awesome. 5th year, she's determined. She's got a tough schedule, she's doing a lot academically right now, and she's handling it really well and running at a really high level. Sarah Chapman keeps right up front, looking really strong. Jenna Schwartz is the one that's really stepped up and made a big difference for us. I mean, I love the way she races. I love that she comes on strong the second half of the race. I mean, she barreled around that last loop, and when people were fading, she was just charging, and gosh, she made up a lot of ground. So I'm really excited for them, and if we can get Tori and Michaela back to what they're capable of doing, I think that's a heck of a team. And what's going to be great about this team is somebody's going to have a great day one day and an off day the next day, and then somebody else is going to step up. So I think that we'll end up going to championship season with 8 to 10 women that could all factor into the scoring at any given day, and I think that's pretty unique. That's usually the recipe for a great team.
Talk about Jordan Cleve's persistence, and like I said, being around 5 years. She was on that team 3 years ago that it was made it to the NCAA's, and now being your number 2 today, and just about her development.
Yeah, she really was the key to us getting to nationals. Her freshman year, or her second year would have been her freshman year, but her second year here at Mizzou. We were graded through 4, and if she doesn't do what she did, we only won by like 7 or 8 points to second. If we're third, we don't get out that year. Nice. So she was the key, the way she finished that race. So to go through that, and then kind of, she had a good track season that year, and then she kind of had some struggles, some health struggles. Just we couldn't quite keep her healthy long enough to get her racing at a level that she needed to do. And she fought through it. She has a she's a nutrition major, and it's pretty demanding here. And I think she just really made the decision here about 2 years ago to be like, hey, I'm going to finish. I want to leave a legacy here. I want to finish strong. I want to finish the way I started. And she just made a decision to get things done, and she's taking good care of her body, and she's staying healthy. And when she's healthy and she can train consistently, she's tough, man. And that's where she's at right now. We're going to try to keep her that way and put her in position championship season to keep doing what she's doing.
And then with all that depth you talked about on the women's side, what do you think your ceiling is for championship season?
I mean, I think this is an NCAA type team. If we can, we're going to need Michaela and Tori back at full strength, and if we can do that, I think this team can compete with anybody in the region. And I think this team could be a top 20 type of team at the NCAA meet. I think it's going to be a type of team where, if we're at regionals, we're going to put 5 in the top 30. We'll probably be between 10 and 30. We might not have 1, 2, 3, like, first and fifth like we did in 2016, but I think we're going to have a big pack between 10 and 25. And that's a really good team.
Yeah, and then you talked about Jenna being someone who stepped up. She had another great race. What did you kind of see out of her today?
Yeah, I mean, she's looked really good in training the last couple weeks again. Like I said, I like the way that she started and was within herself the first 3K. And boy, when she came around here, she started moving, and she made up a lot of ground. And when she went by people, she went by them with a purpose, and she finished strong. So really proud of the way she finished. I think our women are starting to kind of take on that mentality of being second half racers and finishing strong over that last 2K. And that's something that's really important when you get to the regional meet and national meet. If you can close like that, you can do some damage at those meets. So if we can continue that mentality and keep racing the way we're racing, they threw it down out there today. Both teams threw it down, and they competed and they raced to the finish line. And that was the difference. You know, you don't win by 2 points unless you're fighting hard for every single place. And that is the sign of a really good team, a team that believes in themselves, believes in each other, and is willing to fight till the very end for each other. And we can't be more proud of both teams today.
What is the momentum going forward into the Nuttycombe win after this win?
Oh, it's going to be great. We're gonna, you know, we've got a unique training block ahead of us. We've got 3 weeks until our next race, and that's something that we haven't had, since the calendar was this way. What is that, 7 or 8 years ago? I think I was still coaching at Bradley, and we had 1 3-week period like this, and that's why I decided to do it. I thought it went pretty well then, and what we're going to do is take a week, get the volume back up. We're only going to work out once this week, so we're going to let some things heal up early in the week. Just get some easy running back under our belt, get the volume up a little bit, do 1 good workout midweek, and then get back into the same rhythm we normally have with a Tuesday, Friday quality routine the second week, and then we'll work out Tuesday, the week of the race, and then we'll go in Friday to Bradley and Nuttycombe and get going. But yeah, I mean, our men and women should feel pretty confident going into these next 3 weeks that once we get whole on the women's side and whole on the men's side, I think you know, when you go into a place like Nuttycombe, you got to be right. You got to be firing on all cylinders, and so we need to get right completely. This was a good race, but we can be better. Honestly, we can still be better. So these next 3 weeks will be really important, because you get through these 3 weeks, this is like the red zone. You get through these 3 weeks here, and you're pretty much home free, because you can carry anything on from here to the SEC championships and on. But this 3-week block is going to be critical to how we do in the championship season.
Your women's two classes recruiting this year and last year. Lots of great freshman talent. What is, you know, Sarah Chapman, after 2 years of college in England, very talented. How does she fit into that dynamic, and what has she been a leader at all?
Oh,
or
she's been
kind
great.
of been, you know, with these young, really talented freshman, sophomore classes?
Yeah, great. She's been awesome. She just fits right in. She's the kind of person that doesn't try to come in and take things over. She's not trying to be, you know, act like she's been here forever. She just slides right in and goes with the flow. But she's a great leader because she really handles things in a professional way. She's in the MBA program. She's been running for a few years. She's got a lot of great experience, and she kind of brings that mentality to her everyday routine. And I think it's been really good for our younger women to see that kind of professional mentality of taking good care of yourself and showing up every day, getting the work in. And obviously she knows how to race. I mean, her first 3 races as a Tiger have been pretty dynamic. So we're really excited about that she can carry that good training and turn it into really solid racing.
Was today a good indication of where you guys are at in terms of the Midwest regional? Because you guys had 6 or 7 of the teams from the Midwest here today.
Yeah, I don't think there was anybody that was. I'm not sure where the Drakes men are ranked, but I'm not sure if there was anybody ranked ahead of us in our region. But we certainly beat the teams that we're ranked ahead of, you know. So I think that this is the type of race that, you know, that the region reps will kind of see and be like, wow, that was a heck of a race, and you know, we might move up a spot or stay the same, but you know, rankings are rankings. They don't mean a whole lot. If anything, they just serve as motivation when you think you're underranked, you know. So I don't mind being a little bit underranked, like, you know, being picked 5th and 6th in the SEC. I think that's kind of a slap in the face a little bit, but I like it. I like being the underdog. I like the mentality that our kids take with it, and you know, they're like, hey, we're going to show you guys what we're all about. So I love that. I think it's great, and I want to stay under the radar because we need to go into Nuttycombe, you know, ready to do some battle, because that is a tough race. So our kids got to be ready to fight hard and persevere through that race and try to beat some people.
Yeah. Do you think beating Texas A&M could give you guys some at-large points maybe at the end of the year?
You never know, because they're in the South Central region, and you know, they're going to have a shot in that region. They're going to have to beat Texas or Arkansas, but anything can happen, and that's a good team. And I think you know, I think North Florida is a good team as well. I think they're going to do well in their region. So you know, any win is a great win. You know, when we come to our home race and home meet, our inaugural race on this course, and win both sides, hey man, we couldn't have drawn it up any better than that. And we didn't bring cupcakes in. We brought some good teams in, and and we battled toe-to-toe with them and came out on top. So couldn't be more excited about, you know, dedicating this course and coming away with 2 wins for the Tigers. Man, I'm excited for moving forward the rest of the year.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys being out.